Hey everyone, it's Jumping Around the Gamer here. Today we're going to be, the video we're doing is more of a serious one. Uh, Presumably by whatever title I've decided on for this video. You've seen we're going to be talking about the recent Yandere-Dev situation. Surely you'll have heard of it by now. And really, I just wanted to sort of talk about it and what's going on. Anyway, I'm on the official, go on the development blog. The post made by Yandere-Dev on September 25th of September 2023. Just going to read that now. Titled, I'm sorry. Hi, you've probably heard some really concerning stuff over the last few days. You might have seen a video that has left you feeling worried, disappointed, and wondering what I have to say for myself. There's a part of me that wants to say, no, you don't understand. The video was edited in an extremely dishonest and misleading way, blah, blah, blah. But no, I'm not going to focus on that. There's a part of me that wants to do what I usually do and type out a massive essay where I over-explain absolutely every single detail about the entire situation, provide context to absolutely everything, go point by point down the list of every possible fact that could make the situation easy to understand. But no, I'm not going to do that. This isn't a blog post about how, actually, you see, I didn't really do anything all that bad if you consider all the facts. I'm just going to take accountability and own up to a really, really huge effing mistake that I've made. A few months back, a fan of the game DM'd me and wanted to chat. I normally just turn fans away and tell them I'm busy, but in this case, the fan seemed really funny and interesting, so I agreed to talk. After around 2 months, I agreed to do a voice chat with her. Right off the bat, she let me know that she was 16. At the time, I didn't even perceive this as a problem. What do I care what her age is? She's just a funny fan of the game who wants to talk to me. This is no big deal. I rationalized to myself that it was fine. This was a massive mistake number one, and more to follow. We talked for a while, and eventually I started to feel really comfortable speaking to her. I started talking to her the same way I would speak to any of my other friends, like she was one of the guys. I made the same type of vulgar jokes that I make when voice chatting with my other friends. This was an absolutely unacceptable mistake. No grown-up should ever use adult language or make adult jokes in the presence of a minor. Just because I felt really comfortable speaking to her, that doesn't make it okay. That's no excuse, not in the slightest. Occasionally, she would say something towards me. I'm not going to read that word. Most of the time, I would shut that down immediately and refuse to reciprocate. However, there were times when I didn't shut it down. I let her talk to me that way without stopping her. Obviously, it goes without saying that this was absolutely not effing okay. This was the point in time when I should have instantly disengaged and ended all contact with her. In any interaction between an adult and a minor, it is the adult's responsibility to put an immediate stop to any inappropriate behavior. There's absolutely no excuse for tolerating this as if it was okay. I didn't want to be a buzzkill, or I didn't want to ruin the vibes, or we were just having a light-hearted, jokey conversation. It didn't really feel like anything wrong was happening. I'm not acceptable excuses in the slightest. At some point, she started recording our conversations so that she could share my jokes with her friends. However, one of her friends interpreted my remarks as showing interest in her. They convinced her that I was going to groom her and that she should release all recordings to expose me. Her friend pressured her into providing the recordings to a drama YouTuber who began producing a video about the situation. A preview of the video revealed that the intention of the video would be to characterize me as a predator/groomer by presenting clips of the conversation that sounded this word. Obviously, I can't read out. Obviously, it doesn't matter how the recordings were made public because the entire situation never should have been allowed to happen in the first place. I'm just explaining why such a video even exists. Watching the recordings of the way I interacted with her has been mortifying for me. I keep thinking, I actually did that, and you goddamn idiot. Whenever I'm reminded of something inappropriate that I said in conversation with her, I'm not going to spend a million years elaborating this point, but I want you to know that I've been kicking myself non-stop since the situation happened. I feel disgust and disappointment in myself on a level that I have never before felt on my entire life. It was foolish, extremely damn foolish. For me to think to myself that it was possible to rationalize an adult becoming friends with a minor. Because no matter what the adult's intentions are in the beginning, there are so many potential things that can go wrong involving an adult and a minor alone together that the scenario should never even be allowed to happen in the first place. Not to mention the inherent power imbalance, etc. I could write out every single reason why an adult and a minor can't have a meaningful friendship, but then this blog post would be twice as long. Over the years, a lot of people have contacted me to tell me that they look up to me, that they admire me, that I inspired them. Right now, I'm thinking about all the people who ever said those words to me, and I realize that my actions have completely invalidated their words. No, someone who makes this kind of mind-numbingly stupid mistake is not admirable or inspiring. I let the fans down. I keep saying that to myself over and over. Years of trying my best to prove that I'm not the bad guy that people say I am, and then I go and screw up so badly that I retroactively vindicated some of the hate that has been directed at me. It's ironic. I've always tried so hard to disprove the hateful remarks that people make about me by doing the opposite of what they expect of me. For example, if people say I'm lazy, I respond by working more hours than usual. If people say I'm greedy, I respond by turning down opportunities to make money. People say I'm interested in minors, I respond by adding rules to my Discord server to actively discourage minors from participating. At every turn, I try my absolute best to disprove every ignorant and hateful false accusation that people make about me. And now, look what I've gone and done. Instead of doing everything in my power to disprove the allegations that I'm attracted to kids, I made some remarks that sounded really, really, really effing questionable. I'm not even going to say it only sounds bad because it's out of context. If only you had the context, you'd understand that it wasn't so bad. I'm just going to own up to this one. The fact that it even happened at all is bad, regardless of the context. There is no excuse. It is an outright F up, pure and simple. After that video went public, some of the game's volunteers started receiving harassment and abusive messages. Several of them have already contacted me to inform me that they can no longer be associated with me or my project and want me to remove their assets from the game. I get it. There is a part of me that wants to profusely beg them to reconsider, but whatever they decide, I'm going to respect their wishes. It's one thing to make a stupid mistake that results in self-humiliation. It's another thing to make a mistake that affects all the people who associate with me. However, it's a mistake on an entirely different level to make a mistake that involves an inappropriate interaction with a minor. At this point in time, it's difficult to determine exactly how much this is going to impact the development of Yandere Simulator. If I have to replace huge numbers of assets, hundreds of voice-acted lines, for example, I won't lie, that's going to be a pretty big setback. I really only have myself to blame for it, though. For what it's worth, I'd like to make you aware of the fact that the fan I spoke to has expressed her feelings on the situation. You can find her post here. Yeah, we'll be reading this Reddit post as well once I get to the end of this blog post. I feel like it's going to take a really long time for me to forgive myself for such a stupid mistake, but as the first step, I've donated $1,000 to RAIN, an organization that provides care and benefits to survivors of abuse. Thank you for supporting Vane and the survivors we serve. Your support makes our work possible. Of course, dear Alexander, thank you for supporting Vane and the survivors we serve. Thank you for your gift of $1,032.70 to Vane. Without supporters like you, we could not do our life-saving work to answer the calls for survivors of S violence. Every 68 seconds, another American is S assaulted. Your support helps us to make a true difference for these survivors on their road to recovery. At the nation's largest anti-S violence organization, VAIN operates the National S Assault Hotline, which has helped more than 4 million survivors and their loved ones. We're extremely grateful for your generosity, which helps our hotline remain free and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your complete gift summary is below. With gratitude, Scott Berkowitz, founder and president. Yep, it's a donation for the. I know that it doesn't instantly wash away my bad decisions, but I hope it demonstrates that I'm willing to do whatever feels necessary to begin atoning for my mistakes. I'd like to apologize. I'd like to apologize to my volunteers, to my fans, and to anyone who has ever called themselves my friend. I am truly and sincerely sorry. Actions speak louder than words, though, so I'm going to try my hardest to grow as much as I can from this and make absolutely sure that nothing even remotely similar to this ever happens in the future. Edit, please don't bash the fan who DM'd me. That's the last thing I want. Edit 2. Throughout the years, many Yandere-Dev imposters have impersonated me and said awful things while using my username and avatar. As a result of the recent controversy, a lot of these "Look, Yandere-Dev said something awful" screenshots are resurfacing and being spread around. Please don't fall for the fakes. It's not me in those screenshots. So, of course, in this blog post, was a very serious situation that this happened. Anyway, let's read the Reddit post. As a disrespecting the victim. I'm making this post here on the behalf of someone else who keeps getting banned when they try to post it elsewhere. So you've probably seen a TikTok claiming that Dev groomed a minor, and there's video recordings of it. I'm the minor and like to give my side of the story. First, here is proof of my identity. Same voices in the TikTok claiming that Dev is grooming a minor.
Hi, I'm Jelly. This is my voice, recognizable from the TikToks.
So this is a voice recording of Jenny herself. Just click on the Reddit link. Anyway, I messaged Dev because I'm a fan. He usually doesn't do voice calls, but after 2 months he finally agreed. He was so distant at first, but eventually he loosened up and started making jokes. Some of his jokes were so quotable, like onja. So I started recording our conversation so I could make soundboard buttons out of Dev's quotes. I really wasn't trying to bait him into saying bad things, but I did ask him suspicious questions to hear weird/funny answers. Like sometimes I asked about topics like age of consent because it's an inside joke between me and my friends. If he gave a silly answer, I would share it with my friends. One friend took some of his quotes way too seriously and started saying that he sounds like a predator and that we need to expose him. I have a hard time saying no, so I agreed to do what he said. I shared every recording to a YouTuber named Ali, and she started making a video out of it. When Bug, the friend, started sharing clips of the video on TikTok, I realized that he was twisting it. In the video, Ali seemed Ali made it seem like Dev sought me out and called me, which isn't true. I DM'd him first, and I called him, not the other way around. I decided that the whole thing was blowing up in a really stupid way and told everyone involved that I didn't want them to use my illegally taken recordings to make a video anymore. Ali really wants to release the video though, so she keeps trying to manipulate me into thinking that I am a grooming victim. Even after I revoked my consent and told her to stop multiple times, she still plans to release the video. Girls at school saw the TikToks and they recognized my voice, so now this stuff is spilled over into real life. Ali says she is making this video to protect victims, but if she releases the video, things will just get worse for me at school and hurt his career. I keep trying to say all of this in their subreddit, but they ban me and delete my threads when I do. It's ironic that they call this place the North Reddit, but they're silencing me just because I'm not supporting their narrative. Here are screenshots of times when I told Ali not to use any of my recordings and she totally ignored my wishes. Note the super manipulative language she uses. So gross. They have a look here. Hold on. Zoom in a little bit. No, I want to move the screen. Anyway, Ali MC. You could step away from the internet for a while after the release if it'll help. At least that way you won't have this situation hanging over you and continuing to worry about it. There's nothing Alex can do to you. I promise you are safe. You're just having a tantrum trying to avoid consequences for his own actions. Being as you sort arsehole manipulative self, you will have friends, you will have support, everyone is here for you and wants to see you happy and well on the other side of this. Agent Jelly Squish, I just don't want to upload it right now. Yeah, so Jelly is saying that seeing her Reddit post, she explained the whole situation that Ali's going against her wishes. Again, another screenshot. Ali, sorry. I'll hold off on it for now, but I really believe it is a mistake. I don't want you to regret not coming forward as you've always encouraged other victims to do. Agent Jelly, I can't handle it. Maybe in the future, but right now I have so much going on. Ali, I feel like you're being really unfair to yourself. It's a mess of emotions. Believe me, I've been there. But I know for a fact that you don't want to let that creep win and continue abusing people. Don't let him scare you off like that. You deserve better than that. Agent Jelly, I just don't want to. Again, it's Jelly saying she doesn't want to. Ali, I know you do. Maybe not in this moment because you're scared. I know you are. We all are. If you didn't want it, you wouldn't have worked this hard and pushed as much to expose him. Don't be afraid of Alex. He shouldn't be allowed to win after all you've done. You owe it to yourself to see this through. We'll help other victims of his as well, and you'll never be able to hurt anyone again. I know that is precisely what you wanted. You've talked more about other victims than yourself, so I know how much you care and how much you want to help them. I wasn't joking or BSing when I said you are a person worth looking up to because you're doing so much for so many people. Jelly, I'm feeling very uncomfortable with the entire situation. I like the video to not be released. I'm sorry for having you work on it for so long for no good reason. I don't want the video to be released. Very important. Ali, I know and I completely understand. This is a scary thing to confront head on. Is there anything I can do to help? It is your decision, but honestly I feel like delaying it by now would be a mistake now that the audio has been released and so many people are anticipating the video very soon. I would feel awful if this situation was left hanging over your head and you don't get closure from this because you deserve closure and to be done with this. I promise you will feel better once we're on the other side, and I'll be here to help you with anything you need the whole time. Jelly, I feel like my best option right now is to just not be public. Delete my TikTok, ghost the online friends involved, and not talk about it. In the future, if I feel really traumatized, I absolutely will revisit the topic. But right now, I'm stressed and I don't think the video would help me right now. Ali, I really believe that's just a fear talking now that we're so close. There's nothing Alex can do to hurt you. You deserve to finish this, Jelly. Please believe me when I say you will feel such immense relief once everyone sees him for what he really is. I help you so much. Jelly, You've been telling me that you scrapped the video and that it's my choice. Could you please just not release it? I'm scared for the outcome. I'm also overwhelmed by a lot of things right now. I just don't want it. Another screenshot here. This is the last one. I need Jelly. I need you to please keep the video unreleased. Jelly, please take some time offline and connect with some IRL friends or family who can support you and think about the honest truth. There are other adults who find this relationship and behavior of his contact to this. I understand you don't want to feel like you're ruining his life, but he's responsible for his own actions. The touch grass I'm uploading anyways. Yeah, that's kind of what Ali's sounding like right now. She really wants to upload it when Jelly's explicitly said that she doesn't want that to be uploaded. Anyway, back to the Reddit post. I say, I do not think that Dev is a groomer. I do not feel traumatized by him. And I'm making this post to say that I oppose what Ali is doing. And no matter what she does to try and protect my identity, she is still harming me by releasing this video. And now Jelly's edit. I got access to my accounts, but I've been blocked by the creators of the threads in that subreddit. People who claim to be my friends and say they care about me are silencing me on purpose. Edit number 2. Jelly has asked that I link her original Reddit post here. I will of course respect her wishes and do that. The first post deleted by other subs mods, and second post deleted by other subs mods until this post was originally made. So we have a look at the first post. I'm the victim. Please drop the situation. Yandere-Dev isn't a saint. We all know this. He didn't seek me out. He wasn't trying to groom me, and recording his calls with me was very, very illegal in my state. I've spoken to him about court, lawyers, everything. At this moment, he is not taking any legal action against me and is not actively threatening me. He would have every right to take me to court if the videos were published, so please just drop it. He isn't an abusive predator, just a lonely weirdo. He never pressured me to do anything and he never verbally abused me. Though the 19-year age gap is admittedly kinda effed, he never used it to make me feel less than or vulnerable. I'm not saying he is a good person, but the situation is very specific and I don't want anyone else in my business. I did not block anyone, but I did leave the Discord servers of certain people who were making my situation public. Ultimately, the most illegal thing being 100% proven in those videos is me recording him. This started off as laughing at weird things he said in a small group chat, and now I, the victim, feel it is being blown out of proportion. Bad behavior? Absolutely, but not abusive, and I'm not traumatized. Please just drop it. I'm the victim. Please drop the situation. Sorry, this post has been removed by moderators of r/Osana. Moderators remove posts from feeds for a variety of reasons, including keeping communities safe, civil, and true to their purpose. And obviously, this is complete BS. The moderators removing it because they don't want to admit that Jelly here, that she said it herself in this Reddit post, said that she doesn't think that Dev is a groomer. She does not feel traumatized. They oppose what Ali is doing, and obviously the moderators don't want her to post this because it would admit that they were wrong. Obviously, the second post here, deleted by other submods until this post was originally made. There are 3 pages here. I've constantly asked Ali MC and Bug to stop. Please drop this. Don't release the video. I'm uncomfortable with it. Please respect my wishes, please. If we just zoom in, try and read. Ali, I really believe that's just a fear talking now that we're so close. There's nothing else can do to hurt you. You deserve to finish this. Jelly, please believe me. When I say you'll feel much immense relief once everyone sees him for what he really is. It'll help you so much. Jelly, you're telling me that you scrapped the video and that it's my choice. Could you please just not release it? I'm scared for the outcome. I'm also overwhelmed by a lot of things right now. I just don't want it. We've seen this screenshot before in the... Oh, we can't... This is a fake arrow. It's screenshotted. Well, anyway. Oh, wait, hold on. There's the next button. Nope, that I just went onto a different post. Anyway, what is a very, as Jelly said, like a Jelly said, uh, is her, this is her words. It hasn't been edited, or apart from this edit here, it's not been edited. This is from her. This is her words. Anyway, there's also a second post on the Yandere-Dev development blog, posted on 1st of October 2023, and titled "Moving Forward." It's posted by Yandere-Dev here. I've been exhibiting horribly self-destructive behavior on a regular basis for a long time now. As a result of the many conversations I've had over the past few days, I think I can pinpoint the cause. My downward spiral is the result of consistently making incredibly unwise lifestyle choices that have caused my mental health to deteriorate massively over time. It didn't hit me until recently just how bad things had gotten. Haven't left the house since July 2019, no real life acquaintances, 16 plus hours on the computer every day. No vacations in half a decade, prioritizing work above my physical health. It shouldn't be any surprise whatsoever that when you allow both your body and mind to completely waste away, you dissolve into a mistake machine. A person that is capable of nothing but bad decisions, who exists solely to cause problems for others. Since the last blog post, a lot of people have reached out to me to share the same advice. See a therapist. Get hobbies that don't involve a computer or TV screen. Step away from game development for a few months. All of it can be summarized as start making healthy life choices that will turn you into more of a normal human being. And I honestly can't argue with that. This might sound like a really random time to launch into an anecdote, but I'd like to mention something really quick. Recently, somebody messaged me to tell me something. A few years ago, when his girlfriend was on the verge of self-end gaming, she sent me a fan mail. I responded to her to thank her for her kind words. Apparently, this cheered her up so much that she stopped thinking about ending herself. She's still alive today. He just wanted to tell me thank you for saving my girlfriend's life. I keep thinking about that story and other stories like it. Times when someone reached out to me to let me know that I cured their depression or saved their life. Those stories make me feel like I have the potential to affect the world in a positive way. But that's only if I stop making such dumb decisions all the time. I can only stop making dumb decisions if I get healthy. And the only way to get healthy is to start making healthier life choices. If I want to do more good than harm to the world, I have to get my head straight. That might involve spending less time at the PC, less time on the internet, and less time developing the game. A lot of people have been asking me if the recent controversy will cause me to stop developing the game or give the game away to another developer. I'm not ready to answer those questions. I would need to do a tremendous amount of thinking before I can make any monumental decisions like that. I really enjoy working on Yandere Simulator. If I didn't, then I wouldn't be willing to continuously do it for 9 years. The thought of taking time away from it makes me feel incredibly sad, but neglecting absolutely every aspect of my mental and physical health has caused me to devolve into a danger to myself and others, and that's not something I want to be. I don't want to step away from development, but perhaps I should, at least long enough to decide the best way to proceed from here. The project doesn't need to outright die, but it definitely should be a pause until I've made significant progress towards evolving to a much healthier person. Over the years, Yandere Simulator and myself have been through countless controversies. I'm sorry for not properly addressing most of those controversies, and for responding to some of those controversies in ways that only made things worse. There are still a lot of things I want to address in a proper manner one day, but now is not the time. I'd like to thank the animators, artists, composers, modelers, voice actors, and YouTubers who helped to make Yandere Simulator into what it is today. Even if we won't continue on this journey together, I'll always remain thankful to you for the assistance that you once granted me. I've received a lot of messages since the last blog post. Many of them were harsh, rightfully so, but there were also a lot of messages equivalent to, I want to see you improve your mental health and finish your game. I've been following the project for 8+ years and I don't want to see it end like this. Yandere Simulator's audience has shrunken over the years, but despite everything, there were still a lot of people in the world who loved Yandere Simulator. They loved the characters, the setting, and the story. They enjoy speculating about what will happen towards the end of the game, what occurred in the unrevealed parts of the backstory, and what plot twists might be waiting in the lore. They want to learn how the Aishi condition began, what secret the Psycho family is hiding, and what is underneath the cherry tree. I don't want to let them down. I owe it to them. For giving me 9 years of their attention, I owe them answers, I owe them satisfaction, and I owe them closure. I don't want to cancel the game. I want to keep developing it, but I don't think I can do that if I keep being a mistake machine. I need to find a much better work/life balance because the current balance of 100 to 0 has led me to nothing but severely damaged psyche and behavior that is as destructive to others as it is to myself. I can't guarantee when will be the next time that I'll write a blog post. I'm not even sure what the next blog post will be about. A big announcement, a bug fixing build, or something completely different. It's hard to tell what the future is going to hold, but I just wanted to let you know that I probably won't be posting as frequently as I previously was, or updating the game as frequently as I previously was either. All of the steps I need to take to become a better person involve spending less time in this chair and more time outdoors. During my time away, I'll be spending a lot of time thinking about exactly how I should proceed from this point forward. I'll be considering all the possible options, even the uncomfortable ones, such as reducing the scope of the game to make it into a project that will be much easier to finish with limited resources, and the absolute last resort of handing off development to someone else. For what it's worth, I apologize for everything, and I thank you for following the development of Yandere Simulator. Of course, looking at both of these blog posts, Jelly's Reddit post, looking at the screenshots and so forth, was the situations is not as complicated as some people would suggest it was. Many people I've seen on the internet they've outright ignored Jelly's Reddit posts because they've completely ignored it. I don't know why they do that. But then I don't know. Surely they want to look at all of the evidence. But the Reddit post is quite literally is it testimony? Is that the right word? Anyway, it's quite literally from Jelly's. Well, she's obviously typed it out. Then you have Ali as well, who's going against Jelly's wishes. She's going to post a video that Jelly does not want up, using the recordings and so forth, which obviously Jelly talked about, which of course is technically illegal. So also this situation, so people have been saying really, they've been saying that see Jelly is a victim, but obviously Jelly herself doesn't consider herself a victim, and really, of course, you've been around this channel for a long time. I've obviously never actually made a video on Yandere Simulator, and after this whole situation, I probably won't. I mean, obviously the situation is just really complicated right now. I mean, I might make Yandere Simulator videos in the future, but that is a big if, and yeah, it's certainly a big if I would ever make a video like that. Anyway, hope you. I was going to say hope you've enjoyed the video, but I'm saying the situation is less than. It's not exactly a pleasant situation to be talking about, but it is a necessary one to talk about. Yeah, some of the most uncomfortable things are often the most necessary to speak about, because if we don't speak about them, then nothing happens, does it? Well, for example, obviously the Johnny Depp case, how obviously he was proved innocent. All the so-called the quote unquote proof that Amber Heard had was proven false because she's a liar. Also, and that Johnny Depp case kind of reminds me of this in a way. Uh, kind of. I'm not sure how, but anyway, this was today's video. I'm not going to ask for likes or subscribes in this video for obvious reasons. I don't want to capitalize on this situation. I mean, I'm not monetized anyway, but even if I was, I wouldn't want to capitalize it. And I would have set, if I was monetized, I would have tried to not get monetized for this video. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I set the video settings to not monetized if I was. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.